Hey guys, it's Dean from Electronisounds. I thought before I put the acoustic drums away, let's give them a recording with the Zoom camera mic and see what happens when we import that into Beatmaker 3. Come on, let's check it out.
Dean's here. Hey,
Well, everything was going great there until I heard the sounds back, and I decided to plug in a different mic and go a different route here. Okay, we got lucky and I trimmed out and edited 22 individual sounds. Let's import these into Beatmaker 3 and see what we can get going. It's been a few days since I made the initial recordings with the Zoom camera mic, and I've been wondering about maybe why they didn't come out as good as I was expecting them to. Because I usually get really good recordings with the Zoom camera mic, and I've been pretty happy with it so far. And what I've really come to the conclusion of is, I don't know if you remember in the video, but I was really holding this mic about an inch from the drums as I was whomping them with the drumstick. And I think it just has to do with the fact of this mic is really made to be a camera. I'm sure it's not intended to be like put, say an inch or so from things and then have, drumsticks whacked on them. So I think it may have to do with just like the sound pressure levels may have been a little bit too loud or whatnot. Anyways, we did get some really nice recordings with the Carbon CM60 mic. We've heard the kit in a drum and bass context, and we've just heard what the kit sounds like solo. Let's take a listen to the individual sounds. I think that macros 1, 2, and 3 are really handy here. What we have them is we have labeled bigger kicks, bigger snares, and bigger hats. And basically what you've got is you can use the macro to change from a really tight, basically just a really tight sound into a bigger, more open sound. So for instance, in the drum and bass example, I have these sounds a little bit tighter, a little bit more closed down, whereas some of the down-tempo stuff, I may have the sounds wide open to get just a bigger, fuller drum sound. I'll show you what I mean here. So this is as tight as the drums would be here. And then if we, turn the macros up, we'll get bigger kicks, bigger snares, and bigger hats. It's very subtle, but it makes a big difference in genres where you're gonna want like really tight drums, say like for drum and bass. See how it's a little bit more open here if I, turn these up all the way? You hear a little bit more of the room noise in the drums. Whereas if I pull these all the way down, it's a little bit tighter. I also think that this pitch up macro is pretty creative. It basically is going to pitch up most of the drum sounds in the kit. Probably not the kick drums to keep the beat a little bit more consistent when you use it. But check this out. Now you probably wouldn't, turn this all the way up and get that toy drum sound, but maybe that's something that you're after and you would do that. I find that this is really useful, again, for genres like drum and bass or whatnot. If I use the pitch up just a little bit, to say about 10%, it's just going to, again, help further tighten and compress and sort of, tighten up the drum sound. Even just a little bit, like 10%, can make a big difference when you're looking for like a really tight, crispy drum sound. You can also use this for, say, turnarounds and breaks and stuff, or intros, and then automate it to go, back to wherever you have it set originally. The macros on the right-hand side are also really self-explanatory. No crash, no hats, no snares, and no kick. By turning these, it just, is basically a mix on the kit. So in real time, when you've programmed the beat, if you're using this in a live situation, you can really easily just, take the drums into a creative territory really easily here. Depending on if you're looking for like all of a sudden you've got a break or a turnaround without having to actually do any programming. This is really useful for live use. Hi guys, thanks for watching. If you've been enjoying my videos, please consider signing up on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You'll get yourself this free drum kit and lots more free goodies to follow. Thanks for watching.